What's up, everybody? Jaythestingray back here again. Got another DVD, Blu-ray, VHS update. And I'll go ahead and get started here. I'll try to be a little shorter than usual. I know I'm a little long-winded on these videos. But I'm not going to show quite everything that I picked up here. I've picked up a lot of stuff for my kids, a lot of kids' movies, Disney stuff. And I realized something, that I'm making them as bad of a collector as I am, because lately we've watched Little Mermaid like 30 times, and I got really tired of that, so I started looking for some of the other Little Mermaid films. And we searched forever, like trying to find these out of print Little Mermaid 2 and the prequel, and I eventually found them, but I realized, man, I'm making them as bad as I am about finding this out of print stuff. But anyway, going to get started. This is the only VHS I picked up. This is the Return to Salem's Lot. Mainly picked this up because it's a Larry Cohen film, but I love the first Salem's Lot film. Of course, Tobe Hooper's joint. This is it's actually in the player now, so it's not in here. It was a used, obviously, quite used VHS. I think it's the next rental, some sort of sticker on the tape. When I got it off Amazon for relatively cheap. I'm about halfway through the film, and I'm not enjoying it very much, but I am going to try to go back and revisit here in the near future. Alright, move on to the Blu-rays. This is the Blade Trilogy pack. This is the Alliance, the Canadian edition. I picked this up because I heard on one of my favorite podcasts, Profondo Cinema. You guys hear me talk about them all the time. They had mentioned that the Blade DVD was hard to find, so I've had this in my car on Amazon forever, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. I got a decent deal on it. It's right around $10 a piece for these. When you add it all together. But Blade and Blade 2, I'm huge fans of, and I haven't seen Blade Trinity since the theater, so I'll watch it again. Anyway, Mrs. Doubtfire. No explanation needed. Pulp Fiction. I think this is the last film of Quentin's I needed. I think I've got all of Quentin's on Blu-ray now. I think I don't have 4 rooms or any of that, but I've got all of his feature films. Innkeepers, awesome movie. 2 awesome commentaries on here. There's a one with Ty West and the 2 main actors in the film, and then one with Ty West and some of the producers, I think. Anyway, awesome movie, great suspense, better than the House of the Devil in my opinion. Battle Royale, finally got this for about $13. I was waiting for it to go down in price a little bit. This transfer looks awesome. I'm not as big a fan of this as most people are, but I do rather enjoy the film. I think it may be a little overrated these days. People are going bananas about this movie, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. And I'm getting tired of people comparing this to Hunger Games. I haven't seen Hunger Games, but I guarantee it's nowhere near as violent as this movie is. Raising Arizona. Love this movie. I'm eventually going to get all the Coen Brothers stuff on Blu-ray. I'm just waiting for them to drop down in price a little bit. This one came down relatively cheap, so I finally picked it up. Teen Wolf. It's an awesome movie. This Blu-ray transfer is not very good, though. So I would... this is a cheap Blu-ray, so it's not very pricey, but the transfer is not very good, so I wouldn't pick it up unless you're just a huge fan of the movie. Back to the Future. This is one I've been watching forever. Been waiting for it to come down in price, and I got it on Amazon for about half the price of what it's still going for at Walmart. So saved a decent amount of money. I've watched all these movies. Transfers are awesome on all of them, and I've listened to, I think, the 2 commentaries on the first film, but I have not watched much of the featurettes. I watched some of the featurettes on the first film, but quite a lot of stuff on here. This is, so far, I would say this is an awesome pack to pick up. If you're even remotely a fan of these, I'd recommend picking these up. And this is a gift that was given to me by Mr. B. West Jr. from the Endurance Productions channel. He just sent this to me out of nowhere, and I really appreciate it. He knows I'm a fan of these type movies, and this is the Region 2 release of Enter the Ninja. It's been a little while since I've seen this, but I remember liking all three of these movies quite a bit. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Really, no reason, just sent that to me. Let's see. There's a Deadwood. Man, I'm really digging on all these HBO series lately. We just finished The Wire a few months ago. Right now we're about halfway through Oz, and I never watched these. I didn't have HBO when these were on, when they were actually in, new episodes. So kind of late in the game, but Deadwood is another one that's awesome. I've heard it kind of went off with a fizzle. Like the last episode is not a very good payoff, but other than that, I haven't really heard a whole lot about this. It's got Timothy Olyphant in it, playing a sheriff or an ex-sheriff, and he's played a sheriff in so many dang movies. He's on Justified as being a marshal in what's the zombie flick he was in, the George Romero remake movie. Oh fuck, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I just watched it the other night again. Anyway, he played a sheriff in that movie as well. Blade the series. This is I think I've got everything Blade related now, so I'm about halfway through this. I kind of lost interest. It's okay. It was relatively cheap. It's got old Sticky Fingers in it, so it's not Wesley Snipes. I feel like it'd probably be better with Wesley Snipes, but I know he's probably in Cell Block B these days, so he was unable to do this. But it's okay. This one I picked up the other day at Walmart out of the $5 bin. The Burbs and Money Pit, two of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. And don't you miss back when Tom Hanks was funny? God, those were the days, huh? And I don't know, I love both these movies. The Burbs is just an utter classic Joe Dante film. No special features on these, really. I wish there was some commentaries or something, but nothing really to speak of. Awesome movies. Mosquito Man. This is one recommended to me by OD666666. He's an awesome guy, and he's got a new group on Facebook. If you're a fan of cheesy horror films, go message him on YouTube. See if you can be a member of that. But yeah, this I haven't watched this yet. But the main reason I picked it up, not only because he recommended, but it's directed by Tibor Takis. And he's done lots of cool stuff. He did the Gate, the original The Gate movie, if you've seen that. It's a documentary called Easy Riders and Raging Bulls. How the sex, drugs, and rock and roll generation saved Hollywood. This is a film by Kenneth Bauer, but it's based on the book by Peter Biskind. And I have not read the book. I haven't read this book. I've read the book that he wrote on Miramax, which is awesome. I'd highly recommend that book. I'm sure this is a great book as well. I just went ahead and picked up the documentary, just, something to throw on, just to watch, have going in the background. I recently got rid of cable, so, just always have something going in the background. Awesome documentary. Highly recommend it. Tons of hours on here of stuff to watch. It's got the actual documentary and has a bonus disc with more sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Talks about the times, and has all the the actors and directors and the popular folks in the movie industry at that time talking about what was going on politically, stuff like that. Party Down. It's an awesome comedy show I got into. It's a lot of the same guys that were involved in The State. It's got Adam Scott from Step Brothers. He's on Parks and Rec right now, but also has Ken Marino and lots of guest stars from The State. Season 1, Season 2. Really cheap on Amazon if you're interested. I love shows like that. Another sitcom here. Sitcoms are kind of like my guilty pleasure. I love sitcoms. This is the new adventure of Old Christine, Season 3. I didn't even realize that The third, fourth, and fifth seasons are all out on DVD now. I was waiting years for those to come out, and they came out, and I didn't even realize it. So I'm going to pick up the other two seasons eventually as well. This is a Japanese horror flick called Junk. This is supposed to be kind of like a throwback film to some of the 80s zombie films. I say I didn't really enjoy it very much. I've heard a lot of folks talking about it, over the years, and I didn't really enjoy it, but that's just me personally. Halloween 25 Years of Terror. I finally got this. I watched H2O the other day, and really made me want to pick this film up. This is an okay documentary. I haven't watched the extra features on disc 2, but the documentary itself, it felt a little cheap, and just the production quality was down, because I know, like, all they really did was just have somebody with a video camera at one of these big conventions, and I don't know, I'm just spoiled by good documentaries like Never Sleep Again and stuff like that, so I was just kind of expecting a little more, but a lot of information in here. I didn't really learn a lot of stuff that I didn't already know, but, and I didn't see any Jamie Lee in here, and I always got to have some Jamie Lee in there. And the last one on my list is Deliverance. It's another one I got out of the Walmart $5 bin. I've been wanting to see this again. I heard a lot of folks talking about it, and just been a little while since I've seen it. I picked it up, and I like the movie. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of it or anything. It's I understand what it is and what it did for the time period and everything, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's a really well-made movie. Great acting. Huge fan of Jon Voight. He's awesome. Burt Reynolds is good. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. You may enjoy it more than I did, but cool film. Anyway, that's been everything. Hopefully, I'll have more stuff to show here shortly. But anyway, that's it. If you have anything to add, or if you've seen any of these movies, please let me know. And thank you all for watching. See you next time. Peace.